Hello dear students, I am Anju Bansal and I welcome you all to my online English class.
Today we will read and understand the chapter Limits of the Mind from your English Reader book. This is an inspiring story which is taken from the time of Mahabharata. It is about a boy named Eklavya. Eklavya faced many challenges in his life, but he never gave up. He never accepted defeat. उसने कभी भी हार नहीं मानी. He crossed all the limits which were set by man and nature and succeeded in fulfilling his dream. Let us read further to know more about him. Long ago, a little boy called Eklavya was born in a poor family. His family lived a little away from Hastinapur, the capital of the Kuru kings. Hastinapur is the name of the city. They were shunned by the society. Shunned means rejected, avoided. And why? Because they belonged to a low caste. Eklavya's mother would often say, "Don't go near those people. They are high-born. They belong to a high caste. We low-born are not supposed to mix with them." So, Eklavya's mother would always warn him, always tell him not to mix with the people of the high caste because they were of a low caste. Why? But why, mother? Eklavya asked. He couldn't understand this discrimination. Discrimination means the difference between the high caste and the low caste. So, Eklavya could not understand why there were differences between the castes. God set these limits. God? But why would God want nice things for them and bad things for us? Hasn't God made all of us equal? She sighed. Sighed means to say sadly. I don't know, but there are bounds we can't cross. Bounds means boundaries, limits. Eklavya became quiet. From that day, the only important thing for him was to understand the meaning of limit. Now Eklavya was very confused and could not understand that if God has made us all equal, अगर भगवान ने हम सबको एक जैसा बनाया है, then why there are so many differences between high caste and between low caste? One day, Eklavya saw beautiful chariots coming into the forest near his village. What are chariots? They are two-wheeled vehicles which are drawn by horses. He also saw boys of his age get out of the chariots. Last, an old man with snowy white hair came out looking stern but calm. Stern means very strict and calm means peaceful and quiet. Eklavya heard his father's voice. Those are the Kuru princes with their great teacher Drona. The boy he has just patted is his favorite Arduna. They have come to practice archery. What is archery? It is shooting with bows and arrows. Don't go near them. So children, who had come to the forest for the practice? The Kuru princes, the Kauravas and the Pandavas. And who was their teacher? Who was their guru? It was Drona. And Arjun was the favorite student of Drona. Eklavya's father told him that they had come to practice archery. And he warned him not to go near them. Why? Because they were of a high caste. The boys started shooting with bows and arrows. What amazing things Arjuna did! He could shoot at a target with closed eyes. So Eklavya saw कि अर्जुन तो eyes close करके भी अपने target को shoot कर सकता था. He could shoot with his left hand as well as right. And the teacher Drona's arrows made fire, chased things in circles. Chased means to follow something, पीछे पीछे जाना. Brought rain and lightning. It was all magical for Eklavya. उससे तो बहुत मैजिक जैसा दिख रहा था ये. When he saw Arjuna and Drona doing magical and amazing things with their bows and arrows. The practice ended. Eklavya went up to Drona and with folded hands said, "Great sir, please teach me this magical art." "I don't teach the low-born," Drona replied coldly and turned away. Eklavya asked Drona to become his guru and teach him archery. But Drona was very proud and he told him that he did not teach low caste people, and he turned away his face. "Master, your arrows don't seem to mind any limits. They bring rain and fire. They do wonders. How then can you be bound by the thoughts of high and low birth?" Saying this, Eklavya walked away from a glaring Drona. Eklavya was very surprised and disappointed at what Drona said. He told Drona that he was such a great teacher and he could do so many wonderful and magical things with his arrows. इतने बड़े गुरु थे वो. And then how can he have such thoughts? How could he think of such limitations and differences between the high and low born? At this, Drona was very angry with him. He was staring at him, glaring at him, and Eklavya walked away from there. The very next day, Eklavya carved a statue of Drona from a tree trunk. Each day he would bow before the statue, practice shooting, and imagine a pat on his back from Drona. Now Eklavya did not give up. उसने हार नहीं मानी. And he made a firm decision that he would become a good archer. So what did he do? He carved a statue. He made a statue from a tree trunk of Drona, and every day he would practice in front of it. He would bow with respect and start his practice. And he would also imagine that after the practice, his guru has appreciated him by patting him on the back. जब आप कुछ अच्छा काम करते हो, तो your teacher tells you very good or your parents tell you very good. Same way, he also imagined that Drona would pat his back. The royal princes and their master came to the forest again after a few months. As Arjuna got ready to take aim at a particularly difficult target, an arrow reached his target before he could even aim. Shocked, the boys and their teacher looked around. They saw Eklavya, who went up to touch Drona's feet. One day again the princes had come to the forest to practice, and this time when Arjuna was going to get ready, he was just trying to aim at a very difficult target which was set by Drona. Suddenly everybody noticed that an arrow already hit the target. Arjuna ने तो अभी तो निशाना लगाना शुरू ही किया था, and the arrow already shot the target. Everyone was surprised and they looked around. और किसको देखा उन्होंने? They saw Eklavya, who came near Drona and touched his feet. "Who is your teacher?" Drona asked. Eklavya quietly led him to the statue. Drona looked at it for some time and said, "If I am your guru, give me my fee, my guru dakshina." Drona was very surprised to see Eklavya's archery, and he asked him, "Who is your teacher? Who is your guru? जिसने इतनी अच्छी archery सिखाई है तुम्हें?" Eklavya ने कुछ नहीं कहा. He took him near the statue, and when Drona looked at it, he understood everything. And he said to him that if I am your teacher, if I am your guru, then you must also give me my guru dakshina. What is guru dakshina, students? In the olden days, when students used to complete their education, जब वो अपनी education complete करके जाते थे, their teacher used to ask them for something, for their guru dakshina, and the student had to give it to their teacher. "Ask, sir," bowed Eklavya. "I want your right thumb," replied the stone-hearted Drona. Stone-hearted means very hard-hearted, a person without any emotions. Without the right thumb to support it, how can any archer ever hold a bow? सारे princes जो थे वहाँ पे, they were all wondering कि द्रोणा ने ये क्या मांगा? He's asking for the right thumb. Without the right thumb, can you do archery? Can you hold an arrow in your hand? No. So everyone was very much surprised. As Arjuna and the other princes watched in shock, Eklavya cut off his right thumb wordlessly and laid it at Drona's feet. But Eklavya did not say anything. जैसे ही द्रोणा ने उससे right thumb मांगा, he quietly, without speaking any word, he cut his right thumb and he kept it at Drona's feet. He offered it to him as his Guru Dakshina. Now students, can you tell me, why do you think Drona asked for the right thumb of Eklavya? Can you tell me? Yes, because Arjun was Drona's favorite student. He loved Arjun a lot and he wanted to make Arjun the best archer in the world. And when he saw Eklavya's archery, he realized that Eklavya could become a better archer one day than Arjun also. And that is why he asked for the right thumb. उन्होंने उसका right thumb मांग लिया, क्योंकि अब बिना उसके वो कभी भी उन्हें लगा, द्रोणा को लगा कि अब वो कभी भी शूटिंग नहीं कर सकेगा. Many years passed. A great battle was going on in Kurukshetra between the Kauravas and the Pandavas. What is a battle? A battle is a war. And which battle was going on? The battle of Mahabharat. You must have heard about the battle of Mahabharat. It was going on in the place called Kurukshetra. And it was fought between the Kauravas and the Pandavas. But as fate had it, the great master Drona was fighting against his favorite pupil Arjun. Now, though Drona's favorite student was Arjun, he had to fight against him. Why? Because Arjuna was on the Pandavas' side and Drona was on the Kauravas' side. After the day's battle, a sad Drona was sitting in his camp. In the evening, when the war gets over and all the soldiers come back to take rest, even Drona was sitting quietly in his camp and taking rest. He was very sad. Suddenly what happened? Like a respectful prayer, arrows fell near his feet one after other. He looked up and saw the young Eklavya. When Drona was sitting, suddenly many arrows came one by one near his feet. And when he saw around, whom did he see? He saw Eklavya. Master, I have learned to shoot without my right thumb. I can shoot with my left hand and with my feet. I have taught others and raised an army. Today, I am known as a great archer. Eklavya tells Drona that now I have learned to shoot even without my right thumb, and I can also shoot with both hands and with my feet. And he also said that he had taught many other people and trained them to become good archers, and he had made his own army. Hearing all this, Drona was speechless. Speechless means he could not say anything. He did not know what to say. Master, I set your greatness free from the limits of your own mind. Your great love for Arjuna crossed the limits of fairness when you asked for my thumb. Eklavya tells Drona that today I am setting you free from all the limits that you have created in your mind, all the differences which you have in your mind. Because of your love for Arjuna, you became very cruel and hard-hearted with me. Because you wanted Arjuna to become the best archer, you asked for my right thumb. But this made me learn to shoot with both hands and feet. And for this lesson, I offer my services to you in this battle. Eklavya also tells Drona, because you took away my right thumb, I became more determined and I practiced more. और उसकी वजह से ही today I am able to shoot with both my hands and even with my feet. And for this I am thankful to you. Because of this now, I want to offer my services. I want to help you in the battlefield because I am grateful to you. Drona's eyes filled with tears. He answered, Yes, it is true. Bounds and limits are in the mind. Real courage is fighting against wrong limits and respecting the correct ones. Eklavya, you have taught me a great lesson today. So at the end, Drona is feeling very sorry about what he has done and he starts crying. And he tells Eklavya that you are right. Whatever you are saying is absolutely right. Because all the different types of limits and bounds, ये सब कहाँ होते हैं? ये सिर्फ हमारे mind में होते हैं. And that person is really courageous who fights all these limitations, जो अपनी सारी difficulties को overcome करके और एक winner बन के बाहर निकलता है. And that person is a true winner. He also thanks Eklavya because he has taught him this lesson. So students, this story tells us that where there is a will, there's a way. If we are determined, we will definitely fulfill our dreams. Nothing is impossible in this world if we work hard and keep trying hard. I hope you all have understood this lesson now. Please read the lesson once again and note down the difficult words in your copy. That's all for today. Thank you and goodbye.